Hello everyone. I'm sure you're all hungry and want to get some food, so I'll try to keep it quite short. I'm Sam. Hello. Hi Ben. So the reason for this talk was we're in quite a unique industry, right? We're very unique in the sense of we're constantly trying to learn new things and we're constantly failing. So I think every conference we go to should have like a track on failure, because that's how we learn. The motto in our industry for a very long time has been fail fast and fail quick. No other industry in the world has that. You don't see a doctor that keeps failing operating for long. Pilot, you don't see them flying for long if they keep crashing on takeoff. But with us, we want to fail fast. We want to write that failing test and pass it. And on that inspiration, I decided to do this talk where I try and explain or tell the story of my first failure. And although we had quite an interesting story for those of you who was trying to find House of Beers with me, being the tour guide, that unfortunately doesn't have a lot of IT behind it, so I can't speak about that event. What I can't tell you is we were going to a conference about 12 months ago in Lithuania called Build Stuff, and the organizers came up to us and said, can you write a feedback app, very similar to what when you go out and you've got the green, the yellow, and the red to give feedback on the sessions. And the requirements were very simple. You go up, you click on the session, and you give feedback to the speaker. That's all it was. So they came to us and like, it would be awesome if we can have that in a mobile app for just people to go along. And we're like, yeah, that's easy. We've got 3 months to do it. So then we were like, we're lazy. We don't want to write it for iOS. We don't want to write it for Android and the 3 Windows Phone users that are going to arrive. So we will do it in Xamarin because it's cross-platform. So we're like, yeah, 3 months, it's easy. The first month came down, the second month came down, the third month came down, realized we literally have no app. We just have something that turns on in about 45 seconds, doesn't respond to anything, and the speaker's bio sometimes works, sometimes says not found, and then we realized very, very quickly that mobile app development is extremely difficult. That's why people make careers out of it. We just said, we're web developers, nah, that's easy, right? And we had such high expectations, and it came crashing down. And we had to have a very uncomfortable chat with the conference organizers and one of the biggest speakers at that conference and tell them, actually, this thing we promised we can do, can't do it. But what's up? It's so simple. Yeah, it's not. It's not. Could you do it for iPhone only? No, we don't do Objective-C. No, sorry. So thankfully, one of the guys who was on the call is like, listen, we've been to this conference. What we can do is write a web app, and people can just access their website and put that feedback session. And like, okay, can you do that in 2 weeks? Yeah, easy. Don't worry about it. Like, seriously, that's what we do day to day. Don't worry about it. So we hang up the call, and we're like, finally, we get a second chance. What are we going to do? Well, I always wanted to learn Nancy. Let's build it in Nancy, right? So we actually ended up doing it in Nancy. We learnt it. But the moral of the story is you have to continue failing. You have to. If you're in a place where you haven't failed and you ask yourself, if anything, if you take anything today, ask yourself, when's the last time you failed at something? And if you haven't failed at something for a long time, then you're not pushing yourself. You haven't left your comfort zone, and you're not learning. If you're extremely comfortable, you're not learning. And you know, if you can learn anything out of these conferences, you go back and you're like, when's the last time I struggled and I failed at something at work? And you would realize you learned that failure and you ended up being a better developer. So that was the entirety of my talk. And you're welcome to ask questions if you want. Go right ahead. Yes. Okay. Thank you.